Hi, Pleasant Grove Eagle parents and guardians. This is Mrs. French. I am recording this video and I will play it live during back to school night. And then afterwards, I will end the video and take questions and answers. But I'm also going to send this video out to all of the parents and guardians just in case there were some glitches or issues during Zoom and you didn't catch something or you weren't able to attend tonight. So I'm Mrs. French, and I'm going to talk about your child's U.S. history class. So this is an 11th grade class, and I plan to talk mainly about the syllabus. I emailed the syllabus out on the first day of school, so hopefully you got a chance to look at that. So I'm going to go a little bit more detail into the syllabus. So here is a copy of the syllabus. This is the syllabus that I emailed out to all of the parents and guardians on the first day of school. It's also accessible via the Google Classroom. So if you ever need to see it and you're not sure where it is, just email me. I'll email it to you. Or you can talk to your student and say, hey, can you show me the syllabus? But here, here it is. So United States history is a year-long class, which means I will see your student every day for 180 school days. The first semester, they will earn a grade in December. And in that first semester, the content that we will cover is mainly the foundation of America. You're looking at 1607 with the founding of Jamestown. And then it's going to be all the way through the 1930s, focusing until the Great Depression. In January, we will pick up again with World War II, and then we'll progress through the 90s. And you can see that we will focus on specific themes in the school year, specifically the role of the government. That means both the state and the federal government, the growth of industry and technology, civil rights, America's role in the world, as well as examining America's changing cultural landscape. And that includes different economic systems, how industry changes, and also how population shifts across the country. Now I'm going to focus on the Chromebooks. Every student should have a school issued Chromebook and they should bring it to class fully charged every single day. This is not just a US history class expectation, but it's a school wide expectation. Most of the class, we will be doing face to face work. I will be lecturing, I will be teaching directly to the class. They will be working in pairs or in groups, especially this first quarter, where I really want to emphasize the build up of relationships. However, as the year progresses, students will use their Chromebook to conduct historical research, look at census data, research primary sources. They will create presentations in Google Slides and present to the class. They'll be completing writing assignments and turning it into turnitin.com as a plagiarism check. So let's move over to the right here and talk about these keys to success. So in my classroom, there's three things that you really need to do in order to be successful. Number one, be punctual and be prepared, which means come to class on time with all of your materials ready to participate in class. This is especially important since Pleasant Grove High School has eliminated the bells for the first quarter. And if you have questions about that, you can email me or talk to me at the end of this presentation on back to school night. But students really need to set their own alarms. They need to keep track of time, either with a watch or with their phone, to make sure that they come to class prepared and on time. So far, I have not had a problem with this, and I don't expect there to be a problem. We have really good students who are incredibly responsible. Next, students need to participate daily. I start every class with an opener question, and these questions generally are dependent on a data source or on a primary resource, or they reflect on material that they learned in the past. And they have about 5 minutes to answer the opener question, after which time I spend about 5 to 10 minutes discussing the answers with students. This is a great time for students to participate. And during this opener question and answer session, I generally get about half the class to participate. Then I move on to lecture. Throughout the lecture, I ask students questions. Questions either about what they are learning or connections to the past or their opinion on something. And that's a prime example for students to participate in the second part of class. It is an expectation in this class that students speak 3 times a week, which is not a lot. Some students speak 10 times a week or more. So I haven't found that students have a problem with that. I want to make sure that every student is heard. The last piece is to have academic integrity. As we have a new era of technology and Chromebooks, it has become increasingly easy to take pictures of assignments, forward them to their peers, copy off of the internet. So I just want you to know that I have a zero tolerance policy for copying of students' work unless the teacher explicitly says it's okay. There are times when students are absent and I'll say, hey, can you copy that page of notes from a friend? That is acceptable. However, if it is copying any type of homework or any type of writing assignment, um, and now those cases will be incredibly clear, students will earn a zero. They will also earn a referral to administration, and it is not acceptable in this class or at Pleasant Grove High School. So now I'm going to move to this about the content. A lot of parents and guardians and students are curious about what they will be learning and why they're specifically learning about that. I follow the California State Standards for History and Social Science. You can find the email that I have this document sent to, and you can click on those links for the California standards at cde.ca.gov. I also follow the Common Core standards, which are more focused on skills. Students will be analyzing one historic event from multiple perspectives. Students will be analyzing primary sources. They will be comparing, contrasting information from a primary or secondary source, stuff like that. That's what the Common Core standards mean for a social science class. Now, what are students graded on? Here is my grading scale you can see on the right. With the grading scale, classwork is 30%. These are opener points, student note taking packets. Exams are 25%. We will have our first exam next Friday. Papers and projects, 20%. Quizzes, 15, and 10% for participation. That's the part where students need to speak 3 times a week in class. As far as just information that you should know, the teacher will respond to emails in a timely manner, usually within 24 to 48 hours during working hours. So if you send an email on a Saturday, I probably won't get to it on a Monday. And just so you know, we have so many students who are absent with COVID. On a regular basis, I have about 3 students absent because of COVID or because of quarantine per class. And there's a ton of emails that are coming in constantly for makeup work and responding to missed class hours. Next, the teacher will update grades weekly. Usually, this happens every Friday. Participation points will be updated every other Friday. But students do work in packets, and so there might be a time where I don't collect something for a whole week, but I'll stamp them because they're working in a note taking packet. Late work will be accepted on a case by case basis. And so, if your student has a question about if they can turn something in late, please have them talk to me about that. Absent makeup work is due upon return from their absence. And as always, the syllabus is subject to change. In this changing time, it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen in the future. Hopefully, we keep on the course and this school year is exactly the way it's designed to be. But as we all know, we need to be able to roll with it. So I'm going to end this video right now for parents who have questions during back to school night. If you're watching this video recorded and I email it to you, please feel free to email me with any questions. And I just want to say thank you so much, Eagle parent and guardians. You are a major support system to your child's education. And I just want to say thank you so much for all of your hard work. Have a great day.